There are places on Earth that whisper instead of speak, places wrapped so tightly in secrecy that even time seems afraid to disturb them. These hidden corners of our world are protected by walls, oceans, governments, and sometimes by nature itself, untouchable, unreachable, yet endlessly fascinating. Tonight, you and I will drift beyond what is known, gently crossing boundaries no traveler can enter, to explore the world's most mysterious and heavily guarded places ever imagined. As you settle into a comfortable position and let your breath slow, imagine the Earth as a vast tapestry of landscapes, mountains, deserts, oceans, cities, all woven with stories. Some of these stories are open and familiar, told over generations, but others lie buried beneath layers of silence, hidden behind steel doors, forbidden borders, or natural barriers that keep them untouched. These are the stories waiting for us tonight. We begin by moving across continents and climates, letting the world shift beneath us like a dream. The glow of human civilization fades until what remains is the soft pulse of Earth's quiet secrets. Some of the places we'll visit tonight are guarded by governments and protected by international laws. Some are ancient, wrapped in myth and generational memory. Others exist beneath ice or deep inside mountains, storing knowledge, resources, or mysteries that remain closed to nearly everyone alive. And as we approach each destination, we will do so gently, calmly, without force or intrusion, like a whisper passing through the air. You may feel your mind soften, your shoulders relax, and your breath deepen, because this journey is not about uncovering danger. It is about rediscovering wonder. Even the most guarded locations hold a kind of beauty when viewed from a distance, wrapped in stillness, illuminated only by imagination. Perhaps you've heard rumors of places like Area 51, where desert winds carry decades of speculation, or the Svalbard Vault, frozen in perpetual winter, quietly protecting the future of life on Earth. Soon you'll drift into the hidden corridors beneath mountains, into archives sealed for centuries, into islands where time moves differently, and into rooms never meant for visitors. Each location offers its own atmosphere: solitude, power, wilderness, knowledge, or silence. And together, they form a journey unlike any other, one that guides you deeper into relaxation, while awakening the soft spark of curiosity that lives in all of us. So take one more slow breath. Tonight we journey beyond borders, beyond secrets, and into the hidden corners of our world. We'll explore 15 of the most mysterious and heavily guarded places on Earth, quietly, gently, and beautifully. Location 1. The Enigmatic Area 51, United States. Far out in the southern stretch of the Nevada desert, beyond the glowing lights of Las Vegas and far past the last lonely highway, lies a vast and desolate expanse of land known as Groom Lake. Here, surrounded by miles of barren earth and shimmering heat by day, rests one of the most secretive locations on the planet, Area 51. Hidden deep within restricted military boundaries, this remote facility sits silently beneath the sweeping desert sky. A place whispered about for decades, yet rarely seen and almost never entered. Tonight, in this gentle moment of rest, you are here, not to trespass, not to uncover what should not be touched, but simply to drift through the quiet aura of this mysterious land. You are not bound by fences or cameras or warning signs. You are a quiet presence moving through a quiet world, untouched, unnoticed, unhurried. The desert night stretches endlessly in all directions. The sand, cooled by the falling temperature, glows faintly in the moonlight like a sea of pale ash. The sky above is a deep, velvety blue, scattered with tiny stars that flicker softly, as if whispering their own ancient stories. Everything around you feels still, untouched by time, as though the desert has been holding its breath for centuries. Area 51 sits at the center of this stillness, its buildings low and shadowed, its runways stretching like faint gray lines across the flat desert basin. You can almost imagine the hidden activity that once filled this place. The development of experimental aircraft, the testing of high-altitude technology, the movement of machines designed to slip silently through the upper layers of the sky. But now, in the midnight calm, all of that feels distant, like echoes fading into the warm desert breeze. A gentle wind moves across the ground, brushing against the dry soil, with a sound so soft it resembles a distant sigh. It lifts small particles of sand, letting them dance briefly before settling them down again. That faint, barely there sound blends easily with your breathing, encouraging it to slow, soften, and fall into an easy, peaceful rhythm. Red warning lights blink along the perimeter, slow, steady, unhurried. Their gentle pulse feels almost alive, like the calm and quiet heartbeat of the desert itself. Despite everything this place is known for, its secrecy, its restricted borders, its untold stories, you feel remarkably safe here. The stillness wraps around you like a protective shell, and the mystery that surrounds Area 51 becomes soothing rather than unsettling. You take a few slow steps across the sand, and the earth beneath your feet feels firm and grounding. It is quiet, impossibly quiet. Every sound, every movement, every shift in the air becomes part of a long, peaceful rhythm that guides your body into deeper relaxation. Even the distant mountains, dark silhouettes against the horizon, seem to watch over the land in silent stillness. As you continue to observe the landscape, you allow your imagination to wander, not with intensity, not with strain, but with gentle curiosity. You imagine the countless theories that have grown around this place, experimental aircraft tested under moonlit skies, unidentified lights drifting through the darkness, technologies designed decades ahead of their time. These stories do not excite you or unsettle you. Instead, they move through your thoughts like soft shadows, intriguing but calm, present but quiet. In this moment, Area 51 feels less like a military installation and more like a sleeping giant resting beneath the stars. The quiet hum you sense in the distance, whether real or simply imagined, becomes a lulling rhythm that eases tension from your body. Each blink of the red lights, each whisper of wind, each slow breath you take draws you deeper into this serene state. You feel the vastness of the desert around you, stretching out into the silent horizon, offering a sense of freedom rarely found in waking life. There is nothing here that demands your attention, nothing that pulls at your mind, nothing that weighs on your chest, only open space, soft darkness, and the peaceful presence of quiet mystery. You take a slow breath in, feeling the cool desert air expand gently within your chest, and release it softly, letting any remaining fragments of the day melt away. In this place of secrecy and shadows, You feel more relaxed, more grounded, more at peace than you expected. The desert holds you gently, cradling you in its timeless silence. As you stand there, the thought begins to emerge, softly, naturally, that Area 51 is only the beginning. One place among many, a single chapter in a long, quiet journey across the hidden edges of the world. You sense that beyond this silent desert lies a series of places even more remote, more guarded, more wrapped in layers of history and secrecy. But there is no rush to reach them, no urgency. The night moves slowly, and so do you. You let the final moments with Area 51 settle softly into your memory. Its calm, its mystery, its stillness, like a warm breath, lingering in the cool air. When you feel ready, your attention lifts gently from the desert floor, rising with the breeze, drifting away from the blinking lights and the sleeping structures. You feel yourself slowly transitioning, not abruptly, but gracefully, toward the next hidden corner of the world. Your journey through 15 of the most guarded and mysterious places on Earth is only beginning, and the next destination waits quietly under its own sky, holding secrets just as deep and a silence just as soothing. And when you are ready, very softly, very calmly, we will move there together. Location 2, Svalbard Global Seed Vault, Norway. Far to the north, far beyond the reach of crowded cities and warm, familiar landscapes, there lies an archipelago wrapped in layers of deep winter silence. This is Svalbard, a collection of icy islands resting between mainland Norway and the North Pole, where the sun disappears for months at a time and the world feels suspended in a cold, dreamlike stillness. It is here, carved into the side of a quiet mountain plateau near the tiny town of Longyearbyen, that the Svalbard Global Seed Vault lies hidden, glowing faintly beneath the Arctic night. Imagine yourself gliding gently over the frozen landscape, the snow below shimmering like crushed diamonds under the pale moonlight. The sky above is a soft, dark canvas, painted with streaks of green and violet from the northern lights drifting slowly across the heavens. Each movement of light feels slow and graceful, like the sky itself is breathing. As you drift closer to the mountainside, you notice a narrow concrete doorway embedded deep into the rock. Simple, quiet, but unmistakably purposeful. This is the Seed Vault, often called the Doomsday Vault, though tonight it feels nothing like its fearsome nickname. Instead, it radiates calm and reassurance, like a guardian protecting the memories of forests, fields, and gardens from long ago and long into the future. You land gently on the snow-covered ground, feeling the soft crunch beneath your feet. The cold air brushes your face, crisp but soothing, clearing the mind in a single deep breath. The entrance beams faint light, blue, white, steady, creating a peaceful glow that cuts through the Arctic dark without disturbing it. You walk toward it slowly, your breath forming pale clouds that drift away into the silence. There is no wind, no animal sound, no echo of civilization, only stillness. The kind of stillness that reaches deeply into your chest and relaxes regions of your mind you didn't realize were tense. You step closer to the entrance, noticing how the snow slopes gently around it, as though nature itself has chosen to cradle this structure. The doors are thick and unmoving, built to withstand the unimaginable forces of time and disaster. Yet as you approach, you do not feel intimidation, only stability, security, a deep and grounding sense of protection. The vault is not here to keep people out, it is here to keep hope safe. You place a hand softly on the cold metal, feeling the deep quiet resonating through it. Behind this door is a collection unlike any other on Earth. Over 1 million samples of seeds from nearly every known crop, stored in perfect darkness and cold to preserve the story of human agriculture. Wheat from distant plains, rice from warm river valleys, beans once grown in ancient villages, each seed a tiny capsule of history, a quiet promise to the future. As you imagine stepping inside, the hallway stretches forward like a frozen tunnel. Frost sparkles on every surface, catching the soft spill of overhead lights. The air is cold and still, almost heavy, but in a comforting way, like the world has been paused, giving everything a moment to rest. You walk deeper into the passage, hearing the faint crunch of your steps echo softly from the walls. Everything feels untouched, undisturbed, perfectly preserved. The vault's deeper chambers remain silent and motionless, filled with shelves of sealed boxes, collections from nearly every country on Earth, a global memory frozen in time. You do not open anything. Simply standing among these quiet crates is enough to feel their significance. They represent resilience, cooperation, continuity, and quiet hope. A hope stored patiently, waiting gently, asking for nothing except to endure. The deeper you walk, the more the atmosphere soothes you. The cold becomes familiar, almost friendly, wrapping around your body like a soft blanket of stillness. The soft humming of refrigeration units blends seamlessly with the quiet of the mountain around you, forming a steady, calming drone that slows your heartbeat. With every breath, you feel your body becoming heavier, more grounded, more deeply at ease. You pause near a wall of sealed containers and place your hand gently against the smooth surface. Inside each box, hundreds of tiny seeds sleep. They hold entire ecosystems, entire harvests, entire lifetimes of human knowledge, and yet they ask for nothing but silence and time. Their stillness mirrors your own, and standing here you feel an unexpected but profound sense of connection to the living world, past and future. Eventually you turn slowly back toward the entrance tunnel. There is no urgency, no rush. The vault has a timeless quality, as though minutes and hours have dissolved into a single continuous moment of calm. When you step outside again, the Arctic air greets you with its cold, crisp breath. The sky above is alive with shifting auroras, their gentle waves dancing silently, guiding you back into the night. You look back at the entrance one last time. The lights glow softly in the darkness, steady and reassuring, a small beacon of hope in one of the most remote places on Earth. You feel gratitude not only for what the vault protects, but for the stillness it offers, a stillness that has seeped into your own breathing, your thoughts, your body. As you take a slow step away, the snow crunches softly beneath you. You let your gaze drift upward to the sky, where the green and violet ribbons of light continue their slow, dreamy dance. You breathe deeply, allowing the peace of this place to settle gently within you. Area 51 was the beginning of your journey, mysterious, vast, silent. But here at the Svalbard Global Seed Vault, the mystery takes a softer form, a quiet, steadfast promise preserved in frozen time. But for now, let the calm of Svalbard rest with you a little longer, letting each breath carry you deeper into comfort, deeper into stillness, as the Arctic night wraps you gently in its quiet embrace. Location 3, the Vatican Secret Archives, Italy. From the frozen stillness of Svalbard, your journey moves gently southward, drifting through long stretches of quiet ocean and soft layers of clouds until the world beneath you warms and brightens. Soon, the Arctic twilight fades into the soft golden glow of southern Europe, and far below, the ancient rooftops of Rome spread out like a mosaic of warm stone and centuries-old stories. The city sleeps lightly beneath the night sky, its monuments glowing softly under the amber lamps scattered through winding streets. And nestled within the very heart of this ancient city, protected by walls that have stood for more than 1,000 years, lies one of the most mysterious and restricted places on Earth, the Vatican Secret Archives, a collection so vast, so deeply rooted in history, that stepping near it feels like approaching the memory of civilization itself. As you drift closer, the bells of distant churches echo faintly through the night, slow, resonant notes that seem to guide you gently toward the smallest sovereign state in the world. The Vatican, illuminated by moonlight, stands quiet and grand, its domes rising like calm waves frozen in stone. There is a sacred stillness here, one that feels ancient but not heavy, old but deeply peaceful. You find yourself moving through the outer courtyard, your steps light against the smooth cobblestone. The air is warm, carrying faint traces of incense, olive trees, and the soft hush of the evening breeze weaving between marble columns. Nothing here feels rushed. Every sound, every shadow, every detail moves at a patient, timeless pace. Ahead of you stands a tall, unassuming door, simple in design, yet holding centuries of guarded knowledge behind it. This is the threshold to the secret archives, though their official name is now the Vatican Apostolic Archives. Still, the aura of secrecy clings to them like a quiet perfume, subtle, yet unmistakable. You walk toward the door, feeling a deep sense of reverence wash over you, not from fear, but from the quiet awareness that this place has witnessed the rise and fall of empires, the decisions of kings, the signatures of popes, and the unfolding story of humanity for nearly 1,000 years. The archives are not a vault of forbidden mysteries. They are a sanctuary of memory. As you imagine stepping inside, the environment shifts. The air becomes cooler, the lighting softer, and the scent of aged parchment fills the space like the warm aroma of a library that has slept peacefully for centuries. You enter a long corridor lined with shelves reaching nearly to the ceiling, filled with leather-bound volumes, rolled manuscripts, and carefully labeled boxes, all preserved in near silence. Each step you take echoes gently, bouncing off stone walls and disappearing into the enormous stillness. The archives are vast, over 50 miles of shelving, and yet in this moment they feel intimate, wrapped around you like the quiet interior of a dream. The documents here contain letters from Michelangelo, transcripts from ancient trials, papal correspondences, delicate scrolls written in fading ink, and countless pieces of history that have shaped the world in ways that few can imagine. But tonight, you are not here to read or uncover anything. You are here simply to drift through the calm of preserved time. The air feels thicker in the deeper rooms, but in a comforting, grounding way. It feels like breathing inside a cathedral of memory where every artifact sleeps beneath layers of careful protection. Nothing moves. Nothing disturbs the stillness. Even the dust seems to settle respectfully, as though honoring the centuries surrounding it. You pause beside a large wooden table, illuminated by a lamp with a warm, golden glow. The light spills softly over an old manuscript encased in glass, its ink faded to a soft brown. You don't need to decipher it. The presence of the document is enough. It is a quiet reminder of human stories. Stories of hope, struggle, belief, discovery. Stories that once lived loudly in the world and now rest peacefully within these walls. As you breathe in, the archives seem to breathe with you, slow, deep, and harmonious. Your body relaxes even further, responding to the rhythm of the silence. Your shoulders soften, your jaw loosens, your heartbeat slows, as though matching the ancient pulse of the building. You continue walking through another corridor, each step revealing more shelves, more doors, more carefully sealed histories. It is impossible not to feel small here, but it is not the kind of smallness that brings fear. It is the gentle, peaceful smallness of standing in a place that has existed long before you and will exist long after. A place that holds time itself in its embrace. The deeper you move, the dimmer the lights become. Not dark, just soft. A warm haze settles over everything, making the world feel blurred and dreamlike. You see faint reflections glimmer on polished floors, the light flickering like candle flames caught within glass. Everything is quiet, serene, protective. You pause once more, letting your hand glide lightly across the smooth, cool surface of a wooden cabinet. No voices speak, no footsteps echo back. It is as if the entire Vatican has entered a deep, contemplative sleep, and you are moving through its dream. Here in this place filled with secrets and knowledge, your mind feels clearer, calmer, more aligned with the slow drift of the night. You breathe deeply again, and the softness of the air settles around you like a velvet cloak. As you move gently back toward the entrance, you take one last moment to absorb the deep quiet of the archives. A quiet not of emptiness, but of fullness. A quiet made of centuries layered softly upon one another, resting like pages in a book that the world has agreed not to disturb. When you step outside, the night air of Rome embraces you with its warm breath. The moon still hangs above the city, and somewhere in the distance, the faint rumble of a fountain echoes through the empty square. You feel restored, grounded, deeply at peace. But here, the Vatican Archives have offered memory. A gentle, ancient stillness that settles into your thoughts like dust settling on an untouched manuscript. And as your journey continues through the 15 most guarded places on Earth, another destination waits quietly in the night, holding mysteries of its own. When you are ready, softly, slowly, we will go there together. Location 4, the Impenetrable Fort Knox, United States. As you drift gently away from the quiet corridors of the Vatican Archives, the warm Italian night begins to fade behind you like the end of an ancient dream. The world below shifts once more, softened by clouds and distance, and soon the comforting hum of travel carries you across oceans and continents. The sky deepens into a darker blue, calm and steady, holding you softly in its vastness. Eventually, the land beneath you changes again, and the rolling hills of Kentucky begin to take shape. Quiet, green, and resting under the soft glow of moonlight. Here, surrounded by miles of open fields and forests that sleep peacefully through the night, stands one of the most secure and impenetrable structures ever built by human hands, Fort Knox. Its presence is unmistakable even from afar, a massive granite fortress rising with deliberate strength from the gentle landscape, as though carved directly out of the earth. And yet, as you approach, there is nothing threatening about it. Instead, Fort Knox radiates a slow, steady sense of protection, like a giant stone guardian watching over the world with unwavering calm. Its heavy lines and solid walls do not intimidate, they reassure. They feel grounded, immovable, timeless. You descend softly toward the fortress, letting the warm Kentucky air wash over you. It carries the scent of grass, faint pine, and minerals, earthy, gentle fragrances that soothe the mind. The night is still, broken only by the occasional whisper of wind moving through the nearby trees. Each sound blends harmoniously into the quiet, helping your breathing fall into an even slower rhythm. As you stand before Fort Knox, you notice the thick steel doors embedded within the granite. They are enormous, so heavy that even a team of people couldn't budge them. These doors protect the immense vault hidden deep beneath the ground, where a significant portion of the United States gold reserves rests in perpetual darkness. Though the vault is known for its intense security, in this moment it feels like a peaceful anchor, a symbol of enduring stability. In a world that constantly shifts and changes, you take a slow step closer. The cool stone absorbs the moonlight, giving the structure a muted sheen, as if it were breathing in the night and holding it gently on its surface. The fortress is silent. Not a single engine, hum, or metal echo breaks the calm. This quiet is deep, steady, and immensely soothing. It is the kind of quiet that you feel more than hear, the kind that settles into your chest and encourages your thoughts to soften. You place your hand gently against the smooth stone, feeling its firmness, its weight, its unshakable presence. Fort Knox has stood here since the 1930s, weathering storms, seasons, and decades of history without ever losing its composure. It is a structure built to endure, built to guard, built to remain steadfast no matter what the outside world faces. Touching it feels like placing your hand against the side of a mountain, solid, ancient, and endlessly patient. As you imagine walking the perimeter, the soft crunch of gravel beneath your feet becomes a quiet metronome. In the distance, small lights glow along the fencing, steady yellowish dots that pulse softly. They do not flicker in alarm. Instead, they blink with calm purpose, like lanterns guiding ships through a foggy harbor. They reassure you that everything here is watched over, everything is secure, everything is held in balance. You continue your slow walk, letting your thoughts drift the way clouds drift across the sky, without effort, without urgency. The massive steel fences do not feel like barriers. They feel like outlines, quiet markers of a place that needs to rest, untouched and undisturbed. Even the security measures so formidable in the waking world feel gentle here, softened by the night. Eventually you stop at a point overlooking the entire fortress. From here, Fort Knox appears almost sculptural, its sharp angles blending with the natural curves of the landscape. The moon casts long, soft shadows that stretch like peaceful pathways across the ground. The air is so still that your breaths feel amplified, slow waves flowing in and out of your body. The more you observe, the more you realize that Fort Knox is not simply a vault, it is a symbol of preservation, endurance, and protection. Just as the Svalbard Vault guards the future of plant life and the Vatican Archives protect centuries of human memory, Fort Knox protects something different, a sense of stability, of value stored in quiet darkness, waiting patiently. You close your eyes for a moment and allow the deep, slow rhythm of the place to resonate within you. The silence is soothing, like velvet draped gently over your senses. The solid stone beneath your hand reminds you that even in a world full of change, some things stay unmoved, anchored firmly in place. When you open your eyes again, the night feels even calmer. The soft shine of the moon, the distant glow of the lights, the quiet hum of the earth, they all merge into a single, tranquil atmosphere. You take a final slow breath, letting the Kentucky air settle warmly in your chest before exhaling it gently. As your time here draws to a close, you begin to feel the pull of the journey once more. Another place awaits you, hidden far across the world, a place not guarded by walls or vaults, but by a tribe untouched by modern civilization, a place where nature itself stands watch. When you are ready, softly, quietly, we will drift toward North Sentinel Island, your next destination on this gentle journey through the world's most guarded places. Location 5, North Sentinel Island, India. Leaving the quiet strength of Fort Knox behind, your journey drifts gently across oceans and coastlines, the world below shifting from soft, rolling fields to the deep, endless blue of open water. The sky stretches wide and smooth above you, a comforting canopy of calm, and soon the warmth of the tropics begins to rise through the air, forming a gentle contrast to the cool Kentucky night you left only moments ago. Far across the shimmering expanse of the Indian Ocean lies a small, untouched island, remote, dense with forest, and protected not by walls, locks, or government laws, but by something far older and far more ancient. The Sentinelese people, one of the last uncontacted tribes on Earth. This is North Sentinel Island, part of the Andaman Archipelago, resting like a dark emerald jewel set in a ring of bright turquoise water. As you draw closer, the ocean glitters softly beneath the moonlight, its waves moving in slow, rhythmic patterns that mirror your breathing. The water shifts through layers of deep blue and pale aquamarine, and coral reefs glow faintly beneath the surface like hidden lanterns, guiding your descent. The air is warm, scented with sea salt, and something faintly floral carried from the dense forests that blanket the island. North Sentinel Island does not announce itself with lights or structures or man-made signals. Instead, it rises from the sea as a pure, untouched piece of earth, almost entirely unchanged for thousands of years. Tall trees sway gently in the wind, their leaves whispering ancient secrets. The thick canopy hides all but the faintest hints of what lies beneath, forming a natural curtain of green that protects the people who live there, as well as the world outside. As you drift above the shoreline, the sound of waves becomes a soothing, steady presence. They roll in one after another, soft and deliberate, creating a rhythm that cradles your senses. The sand glows pale beneath the moon, untouched by footprints, unmarked by visitors. It is raw, pristine, and deeply silent. You hover at a respectful distance, observing with the quiet reverence this place deserves. You do not intrude, you do not land, you are simply a gentle presence, passing like a soft breeze that leaves no trace. The island is not yours to enter. It belongs only to the Sentinelese people, who have lived in complete isolation from the modern world for tens of thousands of years. And yet, even from afar, you can feel the life within the forest. The faint glow of moonlight catches the shapes of palm fronds, the outlines of broad leaves, the gentle sway of vines. Somewhere deeper within, unseen and undisturbed, the Sentinelese move through their world with the same calm rhythm their ancestors knew. They live by the sea, the forest, the tides, the ancient patterns of survival and harmony. You breathe deeply, letting the warm ocean air fill your lungs. The atmosphere here is different, soft yet wild, serene yet powerful. It is a place untouched by time, untouched by the noise of machines or the rush of modern life. Everything here moves at the pace of nature, slow, steady, eternal. And in this moment, your body aligns naturally with that rhythm. You imagine the quiet crackle of a distant fire, the low chatter of insects in the trees, the gentle rustle of leaves stirred by the night breeze. These sounds, though faint, form a soothing tapestry of natural music. A reminder that peace does not always come from silence, but sometimes from the soft harmony of life, existing in balance. As you continue to watch the island from above, you feel a certain humility settle in your chest. There is something sacred about a place preserved so completely, so delicately, protected not by force, but simply by the unwavering desire of its people to remain untouched. It is a reminder that some corners of the world are meant to remain as they are, whole, wild, and unaltered. The longer you linger, the more deeply the tranquility sinks into your body. The sound of the waves blends with the steady rhythm of your heart. The warm breeze brushing against your skin feels like a gentle embrace. The darkness of the forest exudes a quiet reassurance, as though the island itself understands rest, understands calm, understands the beauty of simply existing. You float a little higher, letting the view stretch beneath you. Dark green forest wrapped in a circle of soft, glowing shoreline, surrounded by the vast, calm sea. In the distance, the horizon blends seamlessly into the sky, forming a single, peaceful expanse of blue and black. The world feels open, gentle, and immensely soothing. North Sentinel Island, in all its mystery and seclusion, offers a kind of peace that few places can, the peace of being left untouched, the peace of simplicity, the peace of ancient rhythms that continue uninterrupted through the ages. And as you breathe in the warm, tropical night, that peace flows into you, carried on the wind, settling softly in your mind. You take one last quiet moment, letting the island's gentle spirit wash over you. You feel gratitude, not curiosity, not urgency, just gratitude for its mystery, for its independence, for the reminder that the world is still vast enough to hold places where humanity can remain connected to its earliest roots. Slowly, your awareness begins to lift again. The waves become distant murmurs, the trees soften into shadows, and the island drifts gently below you like a dream fading into deeper dream. You rise into the warm night sky, carried effortlessly by the same soft energy that brought you here. North Sentinel Island offers untouched purity, a quiet, ancient sanctuary protected by nature and time. As you drift onward, another destination begins to form on the horizon. A place defined not by nature's guardians, but by human secrecy and shadow. A place whispered about, even more than it is understood. When you are ready, peacefully, slowly, we will continue to Room 39, the next step on this calming journey across the world's most heavily guarded places. Location 6. The Shadowed Room 39, North Korea. As you drift softly away from the untouched shores of North Sentinel Island, the warm breeze of the Indian Ocean begins to fade into cooler, stiller currents of air. The world below shifts from glowing turquoise blues to deep shades of gray and black, the sea giving way to land once more, mountains rising sharply, forests darkening beneath a heavy sky, cities dimmed by layers of quiet isolation. Soon, the Korean peninsula appears beneath you, its northern half wrapped in a cloak of secrecy unlike anywhere else on Earth. Streets are silent, buildings stand in rigid rows. The air feels dense, hushed, as though the entire landscape breathes in slow, guarded rhythms. And within this shrouded world lies a place surrounded by even deeper mystery, a place whispered about but rarely understood. Room 39. You drift gently toward the capital city of Pyongyang, where wide avenues stretch outward in perfect symmetry. The architecture below you feels monumental yet strangely still, as if every structure is holding its breath. A muted glow from distant street lamps casts long shadows across the pavement, but the night remains quiet in a way that feels deliberate, intentional, carefully maintained. Room 39 is not a room in the ordinary sense. It is a name, a symbol, a whispered reference to an organization known for its secrecy, operating within one of the most controlled nations in the world. Some believe it manages finances, others believe it oversees delicate operations, and many believe its true purpose is known only to a handful of people. But tonight, you are not here to uncover secrets. You are here to drift through the calming stillness that surrounds them. You glide toward a tall government building, modest in design, clean lines, and pale concrete illuminated softly by the moon. This is where Room 39 is said to exist, tucked away behind doors that almost never open to outsiders. Yet from your vantage point, nothing appears threatening. The building rests quietly in the night, its windows dark, its halls silent. No loud alarms, no rushing footsteps, just an eerie, oddly soothing calm. You land softly on the ground, feeling the coolness of the pavement beneath you. The air is crisp, carrying faint hints of distant pine forests mixed with the metallic scent of a city that rarely sleeps. But here, in this quiet corner, the night is remarkably still. The silence is so deep you can hear your own breathing with clarity. Slow, soft, steady. As you approach the building, dim lights flicker gently behind frosted windows. They do not illuminate anything distinct, only vague shapes, soft glows, blurred constellations of shadows drifting across the walls. It feels like looking into a dream that refuses to sharpen, a space where everything stays hidden but nothing feels dangerous. You let your hand hover near the cool surface of the building's exterior. There is no need to touch it, no need to enter. Simply being near it allows you to sense the atmosphere it holds. A dense, quiet, enigmatic presence, layered like pages of an unwritten book. The secrets inside are not yours to know, yet their existence deepens the silence around you, creating a sense of stillness, unlike any place you felt before. The night air vibrates faintly, not with noise, but with the low hum of electricity flowing through the building. Its rhythm is subtle and calming, almost like the soft purr of a distant machine or the gentle rise of breath in a sleeping body. This hum builds an odd comfort, reminding you that even in places of secrecy, there exists a recognizable and grounding sense of order. You take a slow step back, observing the structure as a whole. Its form is simple, rectangular, almost understated, but its presence feels heavy, anchored deeply into the city around it. It is like a stone dropped into a pool of water, the ripples invisible but undeniably there. Yet instead of anxiety, you feel an unexpected peace. Rooms, organizations, secrets, they are simply facets of the human world, and here, in the quiet of the night, their sharp edges become smooth, softened by distance. You breathe deeply, letting the cool air settle into your lungs. Your exhale drifts out in a soft cloud, dissolving immediately in the stillness. There is no wind, no rustle of leaves, no passing cars, only silence. Deep, absolute, comforting silence. This is the kind of quiet that encourages introspection, the kind that lets your thoughts unwind slowly, like loose threads falling gently to the floor. You begin to float upward again, moving above the rooftop. From here, Pyongyang stretches outward in soft, geometric patterns, tall apartments, broad streets, shadowed parks, all arranged in orderly lines. A sense of symmetry flows through the cityscape, and that symmetry brings with it a natural sense of calm, a visual rhythm that mirrors the slow beat of your heart. The moonlight pours over the city, casting a pale glow that softens even the harshest edges. What is usually perceived as austere appears tranquil from this height. The mystery, the secrecy, the control, they feel distant now, faded into the quiet serenity of the night. All that remains is a peaceful view of a city suspended in stillness. As you drift higher, Room 39 begins to shrink beneath you, becoming just another building among many. The aura of secrecy dissolves, replaced by a deeper understanding that even the most guarded places in the world carry moments of quiet, of rest, of softness, moments waiting to be noticed. Your body feels heavier now, but in a pleasant way, as if gravity itself is encouraging you to settle deeper into relaxation. Every breath becomes a gentle wave. Every thought becomes lighter, drifting like a feather caught in slow motion. As the city fades beneath you, a new scene begins forming at the edge of the night, a small island off the coast of Brazil, dense with forest, surrounded by shimmering blue water. Its story is strange, dangerous, fascinating. Yet in the calm of this journey, Even its danger becomes something gentle, distant, softened. When you are ready, very slowly, very peacefully, we will continue toward Snake Island, your next destination on this tranquil path through the world's most guarded places. Location 7, Snake Island, Brazil. As you drift further from the quiet, shadowed world surrounding Room 39, the landscape beneath you begins to open once more. Mountains smooth into plains, plains dissolve into coastlines, and soon the deep blues of the Atlantic stretch out beneath you like a vast, shimmering blanket. The air grows warmer, carrying faint hints of tropical humidity. South America appears on the horizon, broad, vibrant, yet softened in the stillness of night. You glide along the coastline of Brazil, where moonlight reflects off rolling waves and the air tastes faintly of salt and warm breezes. The shoreline curves gently like a sleeping giant, and just a short distance from the mainland, a small island rises from the sea, dark, dense with vegetation, and whispered about with a mix of awe and caution. This is Ilha da Queimada Grande, known across the world as Snake Island. But tonight, as your quiet journey brings you closer, there is no fear here. The night softens everything: the shadows of the trees, the contours of the land, the legends of what lies beneath the canopy. Even the island's fearsome reputation fades into something more contemplative, almost peaceful. In the gentle silence of this dreamlike moment, Snake Island becomes not a place of danger, but a place of wonder. The ocean below shimmers with long streaks of moonlight, moving in slow ripples that echo your breathing. You drift above the water, feeling its calm presence beneath you. Each wave rolls into the next with seamless continuity, as if the entire ocean has agreed to move in harmony just for a little while. As you approach the island, its dense foliage becomes visible. Layers upon layers of green underbrush, tall trees reaching toward the sky, and vines that hang softly like curtains brushed by the wind. The canopy appears to breathe, expanding and contracting with each shift of the leaves. You do not need to imagine every detail. Instead, you simply feel the life within it, vibrant, ancient, and existing quietly in its own rhythm. The island's nickname, Snake Island, comes from its unique inhabitants. Thousands of golden lancehead vipers, a species found nowhere else on Earth. But in the serenity of this journey, they remain hidden, deep within the forest, part of a natural system that unfolds without malice or intent. They are silent guardians of this untouched land, moving through the underbrush with the same fluid grace that the waves demonstrate along the shoreline. As you hover above the treetops, the forest emits a low, rhythmic hum, the sound of countless insects, rustling leaves, and the faint whisper of wind weaving between branches. Instead of tension, the sound brings a quiet sense of grounding, a reminder that nature's rhythms, when observed from a place of peace, can be as soothing as any lullaby. You descend slightly, just enough to see the island's rugged cliffs. Jagged rocks rise from the shoreline, their surfaces smoothened by years of waves brushing against them. Pools of moonlight gather on the rocks, forming silver patches that glow softly in the darkness. The contrast between land and sea here feels striking yet gentle, two forces meeting not in conflict, but in a slow, ongoing embrace. There are no human lights, no buildings, no signs of interference. Snake Island is one of the rare places where nature remains fully in command. And in this moment, its isolation brings you peace. The world here is untouched, unhurried, and undisturbed. You float a bit higher, allowing the entire island to settle into your view. An oval of dense forest, bordered by rocky shores and surrounded by soothing, rhythmic waves. The night sky above expands endlessly, and a warm, gentle breeze moves through the air, as though carried from somewhere far beyond the horizon. The longer you remain here, the more deeply your body relaxes. Every breath grows heavier, deeper, more connected to the earth below. The island's quiet energy moves through you, slow, natural, grounding, loosening the last bits of tension in your shoulders, softening the corners of your mind. Snake Island's reputation may be fierce, but in the stillness of night, it becomes something different. It becomes a place where life follows ancient rules, where ecosystems remain untouched, where the balance between species and landscape continues uninterrupted. And in that balance, you find a sense of harmony that settles quietly into your being. You listen to the waves again, their slow, steady motion, the gentle crash against distant rocks, the whisper of water pulling back into the sea. The sound is rhythmic, patient, hypnotic. It rocks your awareness gently, the way one might rock a child into deeper sleep. You rise a little higher, letting the entire scene drift beneath you. The island becomes smaller, softer, almost like a dark jewel floating on the surface of the ocean. You can still hear the wind brushing through the treetops, still feel the calm presence of the living world below. But it all becomes lighter, fainter, more dreamlike. As you drift away, the island slowly fades into the distance, becoming a small shadow on the surface of the ocean. The waves continue their endless rhythm, washing the edges of your thoughts until they become smooth, fluid, and unburdened. Ahead of you, another destination begins to form through the haze of the night, a place known not for isolation, not for secrecy, but for exclusivity, a place where history, tradition, and privilege intertwine behind doors seldom opened. When you are ready, gently, calmly, we will continue onward to White's Gentlemen's Club in London, your next quiet stop on this peaceful journey through the world's most guarded places. Location 8, White's Gentlemen's Club, London. As Snake Island fades into the distance behind you, the warm air of the South Atlantic slowly cools, shifting into a gentler, milder breeze. The night around you deepens into a shade of soft navy blue, and lights begin to appear far below, clusters of warm golden dots scattered across the patterned streets of one of the world's oldest and most elegant cities. Soon, London emerges beneath you, its historic architecture stretching quietly into the moonlit sky. The River Thames winds through the city like a slow-moving ribbon of silver, reflecting lampposts and glimmering bridges. Even in sleep, London feels alive, calm, dignified, carrying centuries of stories within its cobblestone streets. The air is crisp, touched by distant fog rolling in from the river, and the buildings stand tall and quiet, like guardians of a long and hushed tradition. You drift downward into St. James's, one of London's most refined districts. Here the streets narrow into charming rows of brick facades and grand Georgian structures, each glowing softly under lantern-style streetlights. And nestled along St. James's Street, unassuming yet impossible to overlook, stands a building with pale stone walls and tall windows, framed by elegant molding. Its presence is understated, but its reputation precedes it. This is White's, the oldest and most exclusive gentlemen's club in the United Kingdom. For centuries, White's has been known for privacy, prestige, and a membership list filled with royals, politicians, and influential figures. Yet tonight, as you hover gently above the quiet street, the club does not feel intimidating. Its windows glow warmly from within, casting amber-colored light onto the sidewalk. The soft flicker of interior chandeliers spills onto the pavement, creating pale golden reflections that shimmer like candlelight. You drift closer, landing softly near the entrance. A classic wooden door painted a deep, polished green. Brass handles gleam under the lanterns, and intricate stonework decorates the archway above. The atmosphere isn't loud or bustling. Instead, it holds a serene dignity, as if time moves differently here, slower and more measured. You pass through the doorway, stepping into an interior bathed in warm, honey-colored light. Immediately, the hush of the club washes over you, a hush that has existed here for more than 300 years. The scent of polished wood, aged leather, and faint cigar smoke lingers in the air, blending into a comforting, old-world aroma that feels both nostalgic and soothing. Inside, the rooms are furnished with deep leather armchairs, rich mahogany tables, and green-shaded lamps casting soft pools of light. A fireplace crackles quietly in the corner, its flames dancing behind a wrought iron grate. The sound of the fire is steady, gentle, like a whispering heartbeat that grounds the entire room. Tall shelves filled with books line the walls, volumes of history, literature, and tradition resting side by side. Even though no voices are heard tonight, you can almost sense the faint echoes of long-ago conversations drifting beneath the high ceilings. Laughter softened by smoke-filled air, the clink of crystal glasses, the low murmur of debates that once stretched late into the night. But now those echoes sleep, resting silently beneath layers of time. You walk across a thick Persian rug, footsteps muted by the plush fibers beneath you. The warmth of the fire spreads through the room, melting away any lingering tension in your body. You sink deeper into calm as you observe the space around you, not with curiosity, but with the gentle ease of someone moving through a dream. The walls are decorated with portraits of former members and historical figures, their expressions dignified yet soft in the dim light. They seem to watch over the room in quiet approval, guardians of centuries-old tradition. Their presence adds to the atmosphere rather than intruding upon it. Everything here feels intentional, refined, perfectly balanced. You imagine yourself settling into one of the deep leather chairs near the fireplace. The cushions embrace you softly, molding to your shape as you lean back. The fire crackles gently and the warmth radiates through your chest. The quiet feels profound, an enveloping silence that settles into your bones and slows your heartbeat. Somewhere deeper inside the club, a grandfather clock chimes. The sound is mellow and unhurried, resonating through the room like a slow ripple across still water. Each chime is distinct, clear, yet incredibly soothing. As the last note fades, the silence returns, deeper and more comforting than before. You walk slowly down a corridor lined with framed documents and polished wooden paneling. Each step feels lighter, softer, as though the floor itself encourages you to move gently. Even the shadows seem to behave with elegance, stretching long and thin across the floor, blending perfectly with the warm glow of the lamps. You pass the famous betting book, a ledger where members for centuries have recorded whimsical, absurd, and sometimes extraordinary wagers. Though the book remains closed, its history hums quietly in the air, a reminder of the human stories woven into the club's identity. But tonight, no bets are made, no pages are turned. Everything rests. You pause at the window overlooking St. James's Street. Outside, the city is calm. The fog thickens slightly, glazing the lamps with a dreamy halo. The world feels suspended in time, as if London itself is sleeping deeply beneath the protective warmth of the night. You take a slow breath in, allowing the tranquility of whites to settle into you. The warmth of the fireplace, the softness of the light, the scent of aged wood, all blend into a gentle atmosphere that wraps around you like a soft blanket. And now, White's Gentlemen's Club offers timeless elegance, a sanctuary of tradition, warmth, and quiet exclusivity. As you rise softly into the air once more, drifting above the peaceful streets of London, another destination begins to take shape. Far from these old-world halls lies a place modern and vast, filled with networks and machines humming through the darkness. Another kind of guarded place, built not of stone or secrecy, but of pure digital power. When you are ready, gently, effortlessly, we will continue onward to Google's data centers, your next quiet stop on this tranquil journey through the world's most guarded places. Location 9. Google data centers worldwide. As you drift softly away from the warm, amber-lit halls of White's, the refined stillness of London slowly dissolves beneath you. The night around you grows cooler, smoother, quieter, and the old-world charm of polished wood and whispering fireplaces gives way to an entirely different landscape of silence. A landscape shaped not by history, but by technology, not by centuries, but by seconds. You rise above the clouds, and the earth below becomes a tapestry of glowing networks, cities pulsing with tiny lights, highways shimmering like veins of gold, and data, silent, invisible, moving through wires and airwaves. From this height, you can almost sense the heartbeat of the digital world, steady and constant, like a calm hum resonating gently through the night. Your journey guides you toward one of the most guarded technological environments on the planet, Google's data centers. They are not confined to a single location. Rather, they exist in quiet pockets across the globe. Oregon, Iowa, Finland, Singapore, Taiwan, each one a massive, humming sanctuary of information. Tonight, you drift toward one specific center, chosen not for its size but for its quiet presence. Nestled on the outskirts of a sleepy town, surrounded by open land and low rolling hills, the building stands still and purposeful beneath the moonlight. As you descend, you notice the sleek, modern architecture, clean lines, reflective metal, carefully engineered symmetry, It is elegant in a futuristic way, but not cold. The exterior glows faintly with soft security lights, casting pale halos onto the ground, pooling into gentle reflections that shimmer like puddles of liquid silver. There are fences, cameras, and layers of protection. But from this vantage point, nothing feels harsh. Nothing feels intrusive. The whole facility exudes a kind of quiet precision, a calm focus, as if it is breathing slowly along with you. You land softly outside the main structure. The night air feels cool and neutral, free from the scents of nature or the warmth of old buildings. Instead, it carries a faint metallic crispness, like the air before a gentle snowfall. In the distance, you hear the soft hum of cooling systems, constant, smooth, and surprisingly soothing. They sound like an enormous, steady exhale, long, low, and peaceful. You walk toward the building, and as you do, the hum wraps around you, easing your thoughts into slower patterns. The vibration becomes a rhythm, almost musical, guiding your breathing into calm harmony. Beneath your feet, the ground feels solid, stable, grounded, just like the vast digital world that rests upon the servers inside. Imagine stepping closer. A soft light spills from narrow windows, bathing the walkway in a muted glow. Through the glass, you glimpse rows of server racks, tall, black, intricate structures filled with blinking LED lights. The lights pulse in quiet patterns, never too bright, never distracting. Tiny dots of blue, green, and soft amber, blinking with the gentle consistency of stars. Each blink represents a task processed, a connection made, a memory stored. Billions of them happen every second, yet from here, the movement feels slow, methodical, almost meditative. You walk along the outer corridor, hearing the airflow systems whisper around the corners. The cool air hums with purpose, flowing through vents with a soothing, continuous motion. It reminds you of ocean waves in reverse, a draw inward, steady and controlled, as if the building itself breathes in information and exhales calm, stable order. There's no chaos here, no rush, no visible stress. Only balance, digital and physical, held together in quiet cooperation. You pause before a large window overlooking the main data floor. Inside, the colorful pipes running along the walls, bright blues, greens, reds, yellows, add a gentle sense of playfulness to the otherwise serene environment. Even the colors feel soft under the dim lights, muted by distance and glass, turning into a pastel array that relaxes the eyes. The more you observe, the more the data center begins to resemble a living organism. The servers are like neurons, the wiring like veins, the airflow like breath, the lights like thoughts drifting gently across the mind. You let your awareness rest on the hum of the cooling systems. Long, low, steady. And with every passing moment, your muscles sink deeper into relaxation, your shoulders lower, your breathing lengthens. Despite being a fortress of information, one of the most secure environments on the planet, the atmosphere here is profoundly calming. The stillness isn't ancient, like the Vatican's, nor wild like Sentinel Islands, nor warm like White's. It is a modern stillness, shaped by precision, harmony, and quiet efficiency. The machines continue their work, but nothing feels rushed. Everything moves exactly as it should, with perfect intention, and somehow this order creates peace. Not the peace of nature, but the peace of knowing that millions of processes flow seamlessly, without interruption or noise. You step back slowly, letting the view settle gently in your mind. The lights blink, the airflow hums, the servers glow like small constellations in a quiet universe. As the hum fades slowly into the background, you lift gently into the night sky once more. The lights of the data center become tiny pearls scattered below. Clouds gather around you like soft blankets, wrapping you in a deeper quiet. Ahead, faintly glowing beneath the stars, lies a remote facility hidden deep in the Australian wilderness. One known for satellites, signals, and secrets carried through the air. When you are ready, softly, slowly, we will continue toward Pine Gap, your next peaceful stop on this journey through the world's most guarded places. Location: the Pine Gap Facility, Australia. As you drift away from the soft electronic heartbeat of Google's data centers, the cool night dissolves around you like mist. The digital hum fades into silence, and the world below opens into vast, empty stretches of land. Soon the glow of cities disappears entirely, replaced by the warm, reddish hues of a continent sleeping beneath a wide and ancient sky. You are now floating above Central Australia, one of the most remote regions on Earth, where crimson deserts stretch for hundreds of miles, broken only by clusters of low shrubs and outcrops of weathered rock. Under the moonlight, the land glows like soft copper, warm and quiet, holding the memory of sunlight even in the stillness of night. In the middle of this enormous wilderness lies a highly restricted, deeply guarded facility known across the world as Pine Gap. Part satellite station, part intelligence hub, part mystery, it sits in the desert like a hidden pearl, silent, isolated, and watched over by the endless sky. As you drift downward, you see the distinct shape of its white domes, large geodesic spheres that gleam faintly under the moon, scattered across the compound like resting moons of their own. These domes, called radomes, conceal giant antennas that listen to the sky, the earth, and everything between. Yet from up here, they do not look intimidating. They look peaceful, arranged neatly in soft curves, reflecting the quiet light of the night. You descend closer, and the warm desert air embraces you. It is dry but gentle, carrying the faint scent of earth baked by the sun earlier in the day. The desert is silent, not in an empty way, but in a soothing, expansive way, like a page waiting patiently for ink, or a breath held in tranquility. The facility below is surrounded by fencing and layers of security, but none of that feels imposing right now. Everything appears still, silent, balanced. From the outer perimeters to the largest domes, the whole site rests like a sleeping creature, breathing slowly with the rhythm of the desert. You touch down softly on the warm soil just outside the compound. The ground feels firm beneath your feet, textured with tiny grains of sand that shift gently as you settle. In the distance, you hear a sound long and low, the wind brushing over the flat desert floor. It arrives in slow waves, like the tide of an unseen ocean, rolling across the land with calm, steady breath. As you approach the domes, you notice how smooth and seamless their surfaces are, glowing softly under the moon. They resemble quiet guardians, watching, listening, but never speaking. You move around them at a respectful distance, feeling their presence as a quiet pulse, steady and unwavering. Inside, complex systems monitor satellites orbiting hundreds of miles above the Earth. Signals pass invisibly through the air, messages, data, silent streams of information flowing faster than thought. Yet none of that disturbs the tranquility around you. The technology lives inside the domes, sealed away, humming quietly in silence. From where you stand, all you sense is a delicate vibration, a soft, barely perceptible hum that blends seamlessly with the desert wind. You allow yourself to drift toward one of the domes. You don't enter, this place is far too private for intrusion, but you observe the way its curved surface reflects the starlight. The stars above the desert are incredibly bright, unfiltered by city lights, glowing in clusters like spilled diamonds across the sky. Their reflections shimmer faintly on the domes, creating the illusion of movement, as though the night sky itself is breathing along with the earth. A soft warmth spreads through your chest as you watch. Pine Gap may be one of the most surveilled, secretive places in the world, but tonight, it feels like a place in quiet harmony with the universe. The desert keeps its secrets, the stars keep theirs, and the facility simply rests beneath them, as still and contemplative as the land it stands upon. You take a slow breath in, the air cool and sharp, and breathe out gently, letting the calm settle deeper into your muscles. The desert holds an ancient energy, steady, grounding, and patient. Standing here, you feel it rise through your legs, through your spine, easing the last remaining tension in your shoulders. It is a natural, effortless, calming force, shaped by thousands of years of wind and silence. You walk slowly around the edge of the facility. The lights are dim, only a few small beacons glowing like sleepy fireflies along the edges of the perimeter. They blink lazily, unhurried, casting soft circles of yellow on the sand. There is no movement, no noise except the wind, and no sense of danger, only quiet purpose. The deeper you breathe, the heavier your body feels, not with fatigue, but with relaxation, like gravity itself is gently reminding you to let go and sink into comfort. The desert night begins to wrap around you, its softness pressing gently on your skin, its warmth holding you like a slow embrace. You pause, looking out at the horizon. The land stretches outward in every direction, endless and untouched. The sky is wide and silent. The stars shimmer steadily. For a moment, it feels as though you are the only person on Earth, surrounded by quiet technology on one side and ancient desert on the other. And now, Pine Gap offers cosmic quiet, a place where Earth meets sky, where signals drift silently through space, and where the desert absorbs every sound into peaceful stillness. As you rise gently into the air, the domes shrink into pale orbs resting on the red earth and the desert becomes a vast blanket stretching into the horizon. The stars brighten above you. The wind cools. The silence deepens. Ahead, through the floating layers of night, lies a hidden town tucked deep in the Ural Mountains, quiet, cold, and heavily protected. Another place of deep secrecy, waiting beneath snow and stone. When you are ready, softly, slowly, we will continue onward to Mezhgorye, your next peaceful destination on this journey through the world's most guarded places. Location 11, Mezhgorye, Russia. As Pine Gap fades into the soft haze of the Australian night, your journey rises once more into the open sky. The warm desert air cools around you, thinning into gentle winds that guide you across vast oceans and continents. The world below transforms little by little. Red earth giving way to deep forests. Forests dissolving into long stretches of snow, and soon the northern hemisphere reveals itself in shimmering shades of white. You are now drifting toward the Ural Mountains of Russia, a place where winter seems to linger even when seasons shift elsewhere. The landscape below is quiet and pale, blanketed by snow that glows softly under the moonlight. Trees stand tall and dark, their branches lined with frost that sparkles like delicate crystals. The air here feels slower, heavier, and profoundly still, as if time itself settles into a deeper slumber during these long, cold nights. Nestled in these mountains lies a secretive town known as Mezhgorye, a place veiled in speculation and guarded by layers of restricted access. Surrounded by dense forests and towering peaks, Mezhgorye is believed to be connected to Mount Yamantau, a location rumored to house underground complexes, sensitive facilities, or deep protective structures. But whether these stories hold truth or merely echo from the past, the town itself remains wrapped in silence. Tonight, as you descend toward it, none of the speculation matters. What you feel instead is a sense of profound calm. The snow beneath you muffles every sound, cushioning the earth in a thick, soft blanket. The rooftops of the town appear dusted in white, each building outlined gently under the moon's silver glow. No bright lights, no bustling streets, no movement of crowds. Just a quiet settlement resting at the foot of ancient mountains, untouched by the rush of the outside world. You drift lower, your feet brushing against soft powder that gives beneath you like a feathered cushion. The cold air kisses your skin gently, not harsh, but crisp, invigorating yet soothing. Each breath you take draws in the freshness of winter pine and distant frost. Exhaling, your breath becomes a fleeting mist that dissolves silently into the night. Mezhgorye feels like a place frozen in time, but not in a lonely way, in a peaceful, contemplative way. The surrounding mountains rise like great guardians, their slopes draped in layers of snow that cascade down in slow, smooth waves. Their silence is immense. You can almost sense the echoes of ancient winds that have carved through these peaks for thousands of years. As you walk through the snowy ground near the village, the crunch beneath your feet is soft and rhythmic, blending harmoniously with the quietness around you. Traditional wooden houses stand neatly along narrow roads, their chimneys releasing faint trails of smoke that twist upward before disappearing into the night sky. The warm glow of lanterns flickers softly behind frosted windows, a comforting contrast to the icy landscape outside. There is no visible bustle, no voices, no hurried footsteps. Just the gentle hum of a settlement, sleeping deeply beneath winter's embrace. Your path leads you toward a small clearing overlooking the entire town. From here, Mezhgorye appears cradled within the folds of the mountains, as though nature itself is shielding it from the world. The view is serene, almost dreamlike. The snow reflects the moonlight with such softness that the entire scene feels painted rather than real. You pause, absorbing the stillness. Not the silence of emptiness, but the silence of a world at rest. The air is cool and pure, moving around you in slow, delicate breezes. You feel it lifting the tension from your shoulders, calming your thoughts and anchoring your breath in a steady, gentle rhythm. Every inhale draws in tranquility. Every exhale releases the last remnants of wakefulness. You continue your slow walk, noticing small details that make the town feel quietly alive. The faint creak of settling wooden beams, the distant howl of winter wind sweeping between the peaks, the soft fluttering of snowflakes falling lazily from the sky. The flakes drift slowly, weightlessly, swirling in the moonlight, like tiny feathers carried by invisible currents. They land on your skin with a delicate touch, cold for only a moment, then melting into warmth. The sensation invites you further into relaxation, deeper into the quiet dream space of the night. As you move away from the town and toward the forest edge, the trees form tall, shadowed walls around you. Their branches hold layers of snow that fall occasionally with gentle thumps, echoing softly into the stillness. You feel enveloped by nature here, protected, grounded, supported. Mezhgorye, whatever its secrets may be, feels peaceful tonight. It offers shelter in its quietness. It offers rest in its isolation. It offers space for the mind to slow, deepen, and drift. You stand at the edge of the forest, looking back one last time at the snowy rooftops glowing under the moon. The scene lingers in your mind like a soft photograph, timeless, serene, untouched. And now, Mezhgorye shows you winter's deep silence, a silence that invites the body to soften, the breath to slow, and the mind to drift inward. As you rise once more, the snow below becomes a smooth, white canvas. The mountains fade into soft gray shadows, and the cold air warms slightly as you ascend above the frozen peaks. Somewhere far ahead, hidden beneath layers of rock and steel, lies another place carved into the earth, another secure refuge where stone walls shield those within from the outside world. When you are ready, slowly, peacefully, we will continue onward to the Cheyenne mountain complex, your next destination on this tranquil journey through the world's most guarded places. Location 12, the Cheyenne Mountain Complex. As the frosted peaks of Mezhgorye dissolve into the night behind you, you drift to a higher altitude, leaving the cold Russian winds to settle once more over the Ural Mountains. The world below becomes a vast tapestry of shifting textures, white snow giving way to cloud tops, cloud tops merging into the soft curvature of the earth. The air grows smoother, clearer, and filled with a deep sense of transition, as if the planet itself is guiding you towards something monumental, something carved not by nature, but by human hands, deep within stone. Soon, North America comes into view, its nightscape dotted with constellations of city lights glowing faintly like lanterns, flickering across an enormous map. Your path leads you gently southward, then westward, gliding over ridges and forests, until you reach the towering silhouette of the Rocky Mountains, rising proudly under the moonlit sky. Nestled within this ancient mountain range is one of the most fortified structures ever built, the Cheyenne Mountain Complex. Part bunker, part command center, part legend, it rests hidden inside a granite peak, safely tucked away beneath hundreds of meters of rock. And yet, from the peaceful vantage point of your journey tonight, it appears less like a fortress and more like a quiet sanctuary cradled within the earth. As you descend through the cool Colorado air, pine forests spread out below you, dark green waves rolling across the mountainside. The scent of pine resin and cold stone rises into the air, crisp and refreshing, awakening the senses yet calming the mind. Snow still clings to some branches, glistening like tiny crystals catching the moonlight. You land at the edge of a clearing overlooking the entrance to the complex. Before you stands the massive blast door, thick, impenetrable, weighing many tons. But tonight, the door brings no sense of intimidation. Instead, it radiates a deep, grounding stability. It feels symbolic, like a giant protective shield, guarding not only machinery but the very idea of safety. Standing before it, you sense the weight of human engineering at its most determined, a structure designed to withstand pressure, disaster, shock waves, and time itself. And yet in this moment, it feels still, calm, sleeping peacefully within the embrace of the mountain. You place a hand gently against the cold metal, and the chill seeps into your skin, sending a quiet shiver up your arm. But the sensation is not unpleasant. It feels clean, steady, real. The solidity beneath your hand contrasts sharply with the soft pine-scented air around you, balancing hardness and softness in the most soothing way. Imagine the doors slowly parting, not with force, but with a slow, deliberate motion that echoes through the cavernous entryway. A deep, resonant rumble rolls through the space, low and calming, like thunder heard from very far away. That sound travels through your body, grounding you, settling you deeper into relaxation. Inside the mountain, the tunnel stretches long and straight, illuminated by evenly spaced lights that cast warm, golden halos along the walls. The mountain's interior feels vast, but not overwhelming. It is a hidden world of quiet corridors, thick rock, and gently humming systems. Here, the earth muffles everything: wind, storms, noise, until only the soft vibrations of machinery remain. You walk deeper into the complex, your footsteps soft against the smooth floor. The air grows cool but not cold. It carries the faint metallic scent of machinery mixed with the earthy smell of rock. The deeper you move, the more insulated the world becomes, as though the mountain is wrapping you in its solid embrace, shielding you from every disturbance above. Rooms appear on either side of the corridor, some filled with softly glowing screens, others with enormous mechanical systems designed to support life and communication in the most extreme circumstances. But none of this feels chaotic or intimidating. Every light, every sound, every panel hums with a gentle, steady rhythm. The hum of air filtration systems resonates softly through the walls, creating a low, consistent tone that calms your thoughts. It is not unlike the sound of a distant waterfall or the gentle drone of an airplane engine. Steady, predictable, hypnotic. It becomes a background lullaby, guiding your breath into slower, smoother waves. You pause at a large chamber deeper inside the complex. The ceiling rises high above you, framed by steel supports and soft lighting that fades into warm tones. The air feels still, protected, timeless. You almost forget that you are inside a mountain at all, surrounded by millions of tons of stone. You imagine how the world outside might roar with storms, winds, or shaking earth. Yet inside nothing stirs. This place is built to remain calm, even when the world is not. And in that sense, it mirrors your own inner journey tonight. Finding serenity not by escaping the world, but by discovering the quiet center within it. Standing still in the chamber, you close your eyes for a moment and inhale deeply. The air fills your lungs with a cool but steady presence. As you exhale, tension melts from your shoulders and chest. You feel your body growing heavier, sinking deeper into quiet comfort. The complex does not feel like a bunker now. It feels like a heartbeat hidden deep in stone. Slow, steady, enduring. You walk back toward the tunnel that leads to the exit. The lights dim gradually as you approach daylight again, preparing you gently for the world outside. When you emerge, the night sky above the Rocky Mountains greets you with a breathtaking sweep of stars. The fresh air feels clean, full, and infinite. And now, the Cheyenne mountain complex shows you earth-deep stability, a quietness held firmly within stone. As you rise into the night sky once more, the mountains shrink into gentle curves below you. Snow glitters faintly, the air thins. The world becomes wide and quiet. Ahead, beyond oceans, lies an island of sunlit shores and protected traditions, a place closed to outsiders, resting in the warm Pacific. When you are ready, softly, slowly, we will continue onward to Niihau Island, your next tranquil stop on this dreamlike journey through the world's most guarded places. Location 13, the Niihau Island, Hawaii. As you drift gently away from the stone-carved stability of the Cheyenne mountain complex, the cold mountain air gradually warms around you. Snowy peaks fade into soft clouds, clouds into open sky, and soon, far beneath you, the Pacific Ocean stretches out like a vast blanket of shimmering midnight blue. The air is humid now, thick with salt and warmth, and the wind carries a softness unlike anywhere else you've been on this journey. Slowly, the scattered glow of distant islands begins to appear on the horizon, each one resting quietly atop the dark ocean. Among them, one island stands apart, not for its size or shape or brilliant coastline, but for its secrecy, wrapped in serenity. A place seldom visited, often whispered about, and held gently by tradition rather than fences. This is Niihau, the forbidden island of Hawaii. As you approach, the ocean beneath you changes from deep navy to warm turquoise, swirling with gentle tides that glimmer like liquid light beneath the moon. The waves lap softly against the island's untouched shores, creating a rhythm so smooth and soothing that your breathing falls into perfect sync with it. Inhale as the wave rises, exhale as it falls back into the sea. The island itself glows under the moon's pale glow, a stretch of golden sand giving way to rolling fields, low hills, and clusters of trees swaying to the slow Hawaiian breeze. Unlike the bustling islands of Oahu or Maui, Niihau rests in complete stillness. No crowds, no traffic, no noisy lights, just nature, uninterrupted. You glide lower until your feet touch the warm sand. It feels soft, delicate, and dry, a gentle cushion beneath you, heated slightly from the sun that lingered only hours before. The scent of the Pacific drifts through the air. Warm salt, subtle sweetness from tropical flowers, and faint hints of distant rain carried by calm trade winds. Niihau is known not for military secrets or technological barriers, but for its people, its small community that has protected their culture for generations. Outsiders are rarely permitted to visit. The island thrives in a self-sustaining rhythm, untouched by modern noise and preserved by choice rather than force. Tonight, this island welcomes you not as an intruder, but as a quiet observer, moving softly like a breeze passing through tall grass. You walk slowly along the shoreline, listening to the gentle hiss of waves curling onto the sand. Each wave arrives with softness, rolling forward in a delicate arc before fading back into the Pacific with a sigh. The sound massages your senses, smoothing the edges of your thoughts, inviting you deeper into a resting state. Nearby palm trees sway gently, their fronds rustling in the faint night wind. Their shadows dance lightly on the sand, flickering like slow-moving fingers, tracing patterns across the beach. The moonlight turns the leaves silver, and the trunks glow in soft amber, giving the entire landscape a warm, dreamlike quality. You inhale deeply, and the Hawaiian air fills your lungs with warmth and ease. It is soothing. It is grounding. It is peaceful in a way that feels almost ancient. Walking further inland, you encounter fields that stretch beneath a canopy of stars. Golden grasses swaying gently, creating waves of motion across the land. In the distance, you hear faint sounds, perhaps the call of a night bird or the rustle of wild goats roaming the hills. But nothing here is abrupt or jarring. Every sound blends into the slow-moving night like instruments of a lullaby created by the island itself. The simplicity of Niihau wraps around you like a soft quilt, warm, comforting, full of space to breathe. It reminds you that guarded places do not always rely on steel or secrecy. Sometimes protection comes from culture, from community, from the desire to preserve a way of life untouched by the rush of the modern world. You wander to a quiet lagoon where the water lies still as glass. Moonlight stretches across its surface, forming a glowing ribbon that seems to lead all the way to the horizon. Fish glide beneath the water in slow, sweeping motions, their silhouettes dancing beneath the shimmering reflection. You kneel beside the lagoon, dip your fingers into the cool water, and feel its gentle touch ripple through your senses. The calm here sinks deeper into your chest with each passing moment. Breathing becomes easier. Muscles loosen without effort. Thoughts dissolve like grains of sand, slipping gently through your fingers. Niihau feels like a sanctuary carved out of time, a place where the world pauses, where modern urgency cannot reach, and where the spirit rests naturally in quiet harmony. As you lean back onto the grass near the lagoon, the stars above you appear brighter than ever. The sky stretches endlessly, its darkness softened by thousands of shimmering points of light. You watch them twinkle, scattered like tiny lanterns, guiding you further into sleep. From here, the journey feels gentle and slow, as if the earth itself is rocking you. The waves speak softly. The trees whisper. The grass moves like flowing silk around your resting body. And now, Niihau offers cultural serenity, a peaceful island preserved not through force, but through harmony. As you gently rise into the air again, Niihau becomes a soft, glowing crescent beneath you, drifting farther away across the Pacific. The night sky guides you onward, wrapped in deep blue and silver light. Ahead lies a place unlike any other, a room of gold, velvet, and history hidden within royal walls. Not a fortress, nor a desert, nor an island, but a single chamber protected through centuries. When you are ready, slowly, quietly, we will continue toward the Queen's bedroom in Buckingham Palace, your next tranquil stop on this peaceful journey through the world's most guarded places. Location 14, the Queen's bedroom, Buckingham Palace. As the peaceful shores of Niihau drift softly behind you, the warm Pacific breeze begins to cool, thinning into a gentle evening wind. The ocean below becomes a vast, quiet mirror of deep blue, reflecting the starlight like scattered crystals. Slowly, the colors around you shift, from tropical sapphire and gold to the soft, dignified hues of Europe at rest. The lights of London begin to bloom beneath you, delicate and warm. The city sleeps in a gentle hush, wrapped in a night that feels both ancient and comforting. The River Thames curves through the darkness like a calm silver ribbon, and historic buildings glow faintly under lantern-lit streets. And there, standing gracefully in the heart of the city, rests Buckingham Palace. Tonight, there are no crowds, no ceremonies, no formalities, only stillness. Only moonlight brushing softly across centuries-old stone. You drift down toward the quiet courtyard, where even the air feels respectful, cool, clean, and touched with the faint scent of London's night flowers. The palace windows shimmer with reflections of the moon, like mirrors dipped in silver. You step lightly across the stone pathway, your movements silent, weightless. Each footstep seems to glide rather than land, as though the palace itself is cushioning your presence. The great entrance doors open inward with an elegance so smooth, it feels like watching silk unfold. Inside, the halls are washed in gentle golden light. No sharp brightness, no shadows too deep. Just a soft, warm glow that seems to float in the air. Portraits of past monarchs adorn the walls, their faces serene in the dim light. Ornate vases, gilded frames, and delicately carved furniture line the halls, but nothing feels overwhelming. Instead, every detail blends into a tapestry of quiet history, elegant, stately, and deeply peaceful. Your steps fall onto a plush, crimson carpet, muted to silence. The palace feels alive, but in a slow, resting heartbeat, calm and steady. You follow the long hallway until you reach a tall, polished door. A door guarded not by soldiers in this moment, but by the gentle weight of history. This is the Queen's bedroom, the most private, protected room in the entire palace. The door opens with a soft sigh, revealing a room bathed in moonlight and stillness. Inside, the atmosphere changes instantly. The air is warm, the lighting soft, and the quiet deeper than anything you've felt so far. The room is spacious but intimate, designed with grace rather than grandeur. Cream-colored curtains fall in soft, heavy waves beside tall windows. Moonlight pours through them like liquid silver, resting gently across the polished floor. The bed, large, elegant, perfectly made, stands at the center wrapped in linens white as winter light. The blankets look impossibly soft, almost cloud-like. Pillows rest neatly at the headboard, inviting but untouched. You approach slowly, not to intrude, but simply to feel the serenity radiating from the space. What strikes you most is not the luxury, it is the calm, an unusual, profound calm, the kind that comes from a place where great responsibility finally sleeps. Here in this room, the weight of leadership is set down each night. The decisions, the duties, the expectations, all dissolved into quiet rest for a few gentle hours. You breathe in deeply. The air carries hints of soft, floral perfume, old polished furniture, and clean linens warmed by the day's last sun. Exhale, and the quiet settles deeper into you. You step toward the window and gently draw back the curtain. The private gardens of Buckingham Palace stretch into the night, vast, green, and serene. Moonlit lawns glow pale silver, still ponds reflect constellations, great old trees stand like silhouettes carved against the sky. The entire garden moves with the soft breeze, as though breathing with you. You close your eyes, inhale the cool night air. Exhale every remaining piece of tension. The room feels as though it is wrapping you in a soft embrace. Warm, safe, timeless. The fireplace, unlit tonight, still carries the faint, earthy scent of past embers. A grandfather clock ticks softly in the corner, each sound slow and steady, almost hypnotic. The bed canopy sways just slightly, touched by the faintest air current. All of it blends into a lullaby of silence. For a moment you simply stand still, letting tranquility sink into you like warm light through water. And now, the Queen's bedroom offers the peace of power at rest. Quiet, gentle, and profoundly human. As you slip out of the room, your steps remain feather-light. You glide through the long hallways, past portraits and chandeliers, through soft pockets of golden light. Once outside, you float upward above the palace, watching it shrink into the night, wrapped in moonlight and history. And far beyond London, across continents and shadows, lies a place hidden underground, a labyrinth of tunnels and chambers built in secrecy beneath a modern city, waiting quietly for your arrival. When you are ready, softly, slowly, and we will continue into the quiet depths of Kyiv's underground bunkers. Location 15. The Kyiv underground bunkers, Ukraine. As the moonlit silhouette of Buckingham Palace fades behind you, the cool night sky stretches outward once more, carrying you gently across Europe. The lights of cities pass beneath like soft clusters of fireflies. And soon, far to the east, the familiar winding patterns of the Dnipro River shimmer under the stars. You are drifting toward Kyiv, a city where ancient history and modern life intertwine beneath golden domes and quiet tree-lined streets. But tonight, you are not here for the cathedrals, nor the echoing plazas, nor the winding old neighborhoods. Instead, your path leads downward, far below the surface, into a hidden world carved beneath the city long ago. These are the Kyiv underground bunkers, a network of deep, secret chambers and reinforced tunnels designed for protection, survival, and silence. Though rarely discussed and seldom seen, they rest like a silent skeleton underneath the city, stretching through dark stone and cold earth. As you descend, the streets above fade into faint, distant murmurs. The world grows dim, then soft, then still. You land before a simple metal entrance built discreetly into a hillside. It is unmarked, unadorned, and quiet, so ordinary that one might walk past without a second glance. But tonight, in this dreamlike journey, you feel the gravity of what lies beyond it. A slow breath, and the door opens inward. A cool wave of air, deep and untouched, brushes against your skin. It carries the smell of dust, steel, and old stone. Clean, cold, grounding. You step inside. The corridor ahead is illuminated only by small strips of faint light along the ceiling. Their glow is soft and diffused, casting gentle shadows along the walls. The atmosphere is thick with quiet, so deep and absorbing it feels almost like stepping into sleep itself. Your footsteps fall silently on the smooth concrete floor. Each step echoes softly, not sharply, as though the bunker walls absorb every sound, preserving the hush that fills the air. You continue deeper. The tunnel expands gradually into a larger chamber supported by heavy steel beams. The air is noticeably cooler here, embracing your senses with a serene, grounded stillness. The hum of distant ventilation systems is low and steady, almost imperceptible, but soothing, like a soft drone that vibrates gently through your chest. You pause, letting your mind settle, letting your breathing slow, letting the depth of the earth hold you. This place is not threatening tonight. It is simply quiet. Quiet in a way that the surface world rarely allows. You move into another tunnel, narrower this time. The lights become softer, warmer, tinting the walls in muted amber. Pipes run overhead in neat lines. Heavy doors made of reinforced steel stand closed along the sides, each with its own locked wheel mechanism. Nothing moves, nothing stirs. Yet the silence never feels empty. It feels protected, contained, wrapped in layers of stone and secrecy. You reach a deeper chamber, larger than the rest, a central hub built long ago as a place to withstand the unimaginable. But tonight, you sense nothing of tension or urgency here. Only calm, thick, and soothing, like a blanket draped over an entire world beneath the earth. You sit, or perhaps just float, in the quiet space, listening to the subtle hum of air flowing through vents. The rhythm is steady, almost melodic, guiding your breath to match it. Inhale, slow, smooth. Exhale, long, soft. The deeper you breathe, the lighter your body feels. The deeper you breathe, the heavier your eyelids become. The deeper you breathe, the more you feel suspended, held by the earth, by silence, by stillness. You imagine the city above, the soft lights of Kyiv glowing under the night sky, the gentle ripples of the river, the quiet neighborhoods, at rest people sleeping peacefully in their homes, unaware of the quiet world beneath them, a world that now cradles you in its protective calm. You walk slowly toward another corridor that stretches into the distance like an endless, gentle fade into darkness. The lights become sparser, the silence deepens, your footsteps soften further, blending into the quiet so completely that it feels like you're floating. You pass through a final arched hallway carved into reinforced stone. Here the air is cooler still but comforting, like a deep breath drawn from the earth's core. The tunnel curves slightly, revealing a chamber lined with old maps, control panels, and thick cables that once carried signals through the complex. Everything is powered down now. Everything sleeps. Just like the queen's bedroom above the palace represented the rest of royalty, this room represents the rest of a city. A place built to protect, now resting quietly beneath millions of dreams. You run your fingers softly along the cold metal of a console. The chill is grounding, steady, soothing. You feel connected, not to machines, not to secrecy, but to stillness itself. Kyiv sleeps above. The bunker sleeps below. And you drift between them, held in perfect equilibrium. Tonight, this underground world offers you something precious, the peace of deep earth silence, a silence untouched by wind, weather, or worry. And now, the Kyiv underground bunkers give you the quiet of the earth itself, still cool, deep, endless. You move back toward the entrance slowly, without hurry. Each corridor feels softer now, each light a little warmer, each breath a little easier. When you emerge into the night, Kyiv stretches silently beneath you, glowing gently under starlight. You rise higher, higher, drifting above the rooftops and river and distant hills, feeling your body grow. Lighter, more peaceful, more surrendered to sleep. Your journey through the 15 most guarded places on Earth has come full circle. And now, your mind has traveled the world. Your breath has grown slow and deep. Your body has grown warm and heavy. And you are ready, finally beautifully ready, to drift into the deepest, safest sleep. You've traveled across deserts, mountains, oceans, archives, islands, and underground worlds. And now, as the final echoes of this long, quiet journey fade into the night, only your breath remains, slow and steady, like a gentle tide returning home. You have walked through secrecy, through silence, through places no ordinary traveler can reach, and yet here you are, calm, safe, held softly by the world you've explored. Each of the 15 hidden places we've visited has left a quiet imprint upon your mind. The mysterious deserts of Area 51, the frozen sanctuary of Svalbard, the ancient corridors of the Vatican Archives, the unbreakable walls of Fort Knox, the untouched shores of North Sentinel, the silent rooms of shadowed mysteries, the wild balance of Snake Island, the exclusive halls of Whites, the humming digital stillness of Google's data realms, the cosmic listening posts of Pine Gap, the snow-wrapped quiet of Mezhgorye, the mountain-deep stability of Cheyenne, the serene traditions of Niihau, the elegant stillness of the Queen's bedroom, and finally the deep, grounding hush of the Kyiv underground bunkers. All of these places, each so protected, so unreachable, have led you here to this moment of complete surrender where your mind drifts freely and your body sinks deeper into rest. Feel the weight of your body now, how it grows heavier with each slow inhale and softer with each gentle exhale. Your limbs loosen, surrendering to gravity. Your shoulders melt downward, releasing everything they carried. Your jaw relaxes, your forehead smooths, your breath lengthens. You do not need to hold anything anymore. This moment belongs only to your rest, your comfort, your peace. Let your eyelids grow warm and heavy, as if a soft blanket of dusk is settling over them. Let the space behind your eyes deepen into velvety darkness, a darkness that is friendly, soothing, infinite in its calm. You are safe here, you are completely protected. Just as the world's most guarded places stand, unshaken, untouched, unwavering, so too does your inner peace remain undisturbed. Let your breath drift like a breeze across a quiet desert night. Slow, effortless, unhurried. Let your thoughts fall like snow across the Ural Mountains. Soft, silent, dissolving before they ever reach the ground. Let your consciousness settle like the calm Arctic sky. Vast, dark, gentle, and endlessly serene. Nothing calls for your attention now. Nothing asks to be solved. Nothing requires effort. Everything is still, and everything can wait until tomorrow. Feel yourself floating downward as though carried by a slow, steady current. Down into softness, down into warmth, down into the deepest layers of rest. Your mind quiets, drifting like a small boat on a moonlit lake. Your breath becomes the lake's gentle ripples. Your heartbeat becomes the soft echo of distant stars. And now, as the final moments of this journey unfold, allow sleep to approach you the same way the night embraces the earth, quietly, invisibly, naturally. There is no need to force it. It arrives on its own, in its own perfect rhythm. You may feel yourself slipping now, not away, but inward, into a place more peaceful than any secret bunker, more gentle than any hidden island, more timeless than any ancient archive. A place where you rest, where you heal, where you drift weightlessly through dreams shaped only by comfort. If sleep has already begun to wrap around you, let it deepen. If you're still hovering at the edge, simply breathe and let gravity guide you the rest of the way. Tonight, you have wandered through some of the rarest and most protected places in the world. Now you return to the most precious sanctuary of all, your own inner stillness. So sleep now, softly, deeply, without fear, without thought, without effort. Good night, and may your dreams be gentle until we meet again on another journey through the quiet corners of the world.